We picked Strepsirrhini because we considered them a lesser studied suborder in a well studied order, which contains a lot of diversity and evolutionary unique features. The Strepsirrhini are a suborder of primates which diverged from the haplorhine clade around 57 million years ago. Each has evolved differently to adapt to survive and reproduce in their modern environments, which is significantly different to that of the Adapiform Strepsirrhini. These were distributed across North America, Europe, and Asia, with some spread as far as Tunisia and Egypt, whereas the range of modern Strepsirrhini covers more of the tropical and subtropical forests and woodlands of Africa, Madagascar, and Southeast Asia. Families within the modern Strepsirrhini include Larizidae, Galligidae, Lepimuridae, Indridae, and Lemuridae. The Strepsirrhini have become evolutionarily distinct in many ways. Quite a few are visual and are part of the skull of the individuals. For instance, all living Strepsirrhini except the eye have a horizontally oriented tooth comb on their lower jaw. The tooth comb is made up of both incisors and canines in the majority of lemurs and lorises. The tooth comb elements are also packed closely together in addition to being elongated, allowing for it to act as a good leaf stripper, grooming aid, and food scoop, which has been adapted for hygiene and healthcare. They also have an inbuilt system of dental care, which is a structure called a sublingua, which have either a fringe of lappets or a hook for removing debris from between the lines of the tooth comb. We also have distinct nasal structures, which was what the two suborders were named after: Strepsirrhini twisted nostrils and Haplorhini simple nostrils, which allows for a clear distinction between the two suborders, and the length of snouts also shows a distinction, as Strepsirrhini have long snouts relative to the 4.7 millimeters preorbital length of Haplorhines. Not all of the evolutionary distinctions of the Strepsirrhini are visible and found in more places than just in the cranial structure. They are also found in the circulatory systems, where haplorhines have one pattern they rely on for supplying blood to the brain, that being the promontory artery. Strepsirrhini have three different circulatory patterns. Lemuriforms have an enlarged stapedial artery. Lorisiforms and Charagallids have an ascending pharyngeal artery, while the lepilomerids and some subfossil taxa have adapted a vertebral artery. Strepsirrhini also have unique tibial and ankle morphology, as they show an eminence with a single spine as opposed to the intercondylar morphology of the haplorhine primates, which exhibit two spines, both medial and lateral. The haplorhines also have a shortened and slightly angled tibial malleolus, whereas in Strepsirrhini it is rotated between 20 to 40 degrees, which forms a triangular shaped surface with the tala trochlear. This enhances the lateral rotation or foot abduction in living Strepsirrhines. The angled position allows for their feet in the natural abducted position and an inverted posture, which is advantageous for climbing. They have also adapted a grooming claw, which is less of a claw and more of a highly modified nail. It is found on the second digit of the foot and is used to remove debris and parasites from the fur and ears of themselves and others.
The first part of the suborder is the superfamily Lemuridae. First is the family Galbantononidae. This is a very unique family as it only contains one species, being the iron. The main distinctive feature this animal has is its long bony middle finger. This feature has adapted due to its preferred method of hunting, being tap foraging. This is used for detecting hollow parts of trees where grubs hide them. Even though the middle finger isn't the longest, due to it being thinner, it allows for a much greater reach inside of trees. The eye also has incisors which never stop growing, similar to that of rodents, which helps to tear off bark from the tree. This animal is also nocturnal, and we can infer from this due to the eye having much larger eyes to the rest of its body. The next family is Indridae. This is the family that has the largest number of the whole Strepsirrhini group, this being the genus Indri. The other genera are Prophithecus, Cephalus, and Avihi, woolly lemurs. The most unique feature of this family is their dental arrangement being 2-1-2-3. This means two incisors, one canine, two premolars, and three molars. This is different to any other lemur form, but is the same as cartahines and hominoids. This group is highly arboreal, but due to that, they are most at risk due to the deforestation in Madagascar. The next family is Charagallidae. This family contains 5 genera as listed on screen, along with over 20 different species. As some of the names of the species suggest, they are the smallest in the whole superfamily, ranging from 12 to 27 centimeters and 30 to 460 grams. Like the eye, this family also has large eyes in ratio to the rest of its body, again inferring that these are a nocturnal species. Due to females giving birth to 2 to 3 offspring per pregnancy, they have 3 nipples. This is a trait that only this group has. The Lemuridae family, also known as true lemurs, are probably the most well-known and recognizable members of the whole superfamily. The family is made of 5 genera that branch into 23 species. They have long, strong tails which would aid in balance. Compared to other members of the superfamily, true lemurs have relatively small eyes. This infers that they are a diurnal species. Compared to other lemurs, true lemurs spend more time on the ground and only go into trees for sleeping or rest. True lemurs also show differing levels of social interactions. Some species make up groups of many males and females, whereas others remain solitary. And the final family that makes up the superfamily Lemuridae is Lepidollemuridae. This family has only one genus, Lepidollemma. This could be due to it previously being classified as a true lemur, but it was found that they are more closely related to the extinct giant lemur genus Megalodopus. This family shows a unique behaviour which no other lemur does. This is Secotrophy, which means that the animal will eat its own waste material so it can get as much nutrients as possible. The sportive lemurs are very well adapted for vertical climbing due to their long and powerful hind limbs. This is also the third family that is nocturnal.
The other superfamily are the Lorisoids. It comprises two families, Galagidae and Lorisidae. Galagidae are the bush babies and the galagos, made of 7 genera. All genera are nocturnal, arboreal, move mostly by quadrupedal walking or leaping, and have a diet consisting of gums, fruits, and insects. Euoticus, the needle-clawed bush babies, have uniquely ridged nails for getting gum out of trees, but not on their thumbs or big toes. Galago, lesser bush babies, are the most numerous primate in Africa. They have relatively long legs and ankles that make them good leapers. They group together in nests during the daytime and are found in acacia forests. Galagoides, western dwarf galagos, also have sleeping nests for either females only or for visiting males. They're commonly found in dense vegetation of primary forest canopies or the understory of secondary forests. Otolema, greater galagos, display sexual dimorphism with males being significantly heavier than females. They have larger ears and longer tails than other galagids. They make the largest leaf nests for their offspring of any galagid. Paragalago, the eastern dwarf galagos, were classified as galagoides, but analysis of morphology, vocalizations, and genetic evidence meant they were reclassified. They are separated from other genera by the East African Rift. Sciurochirus, squirrel galagos, often forage alone in the lower canopy or in the undergrowth for fruit or animal matter. There is an extinct genus, Lyotolia, from Pliocene Tanzania. Not much is known about this genus, as few fossils have been found. Lorisidae is made of two subfamilies, Loricinae, the lorises, and Peridicticinae, the potos and anguantibos. Loricinae split from Peridicticinae and Galagidae approximately 40 million years ago. It's made of 3 genera. Loris, the slender lorises, are omnivorous, eating small insects and lizards. They are more sociable feeders than galagids and can roam over 1 kilometre a night searching for food. Nycticebus, the slow lorises, are one of the only venomous mammals and the only venomous primate. To deliver the venom, they lick the brachial gland under their elbow and mix the venom with saliva and then bite the victim. Their robust specialised tooth comb, mostly used for feeding, is an effective way to deliver the venom. This can be used offensively or defensively against prey or other lorises. Xanthonycticebus, the pygmy slow lorises, until 2022 were classified as nycticebus when karyotypical, behavioural, morphological, and geographical data was analysed and they were reclassified. They were marked and countermarked to either show mating availability or to mark territory ownership. All members of Loricinae have an inability to leap, have modified hands and feet for grasping, and are found in acacia scrub, montane forests, and peat swamps. The other subfamily in Lorisidae is Peridicticinae. There are 2 genera, Peridicticus, the potos, and Arcticebus, the anguantibos. Both are nocturnal, arboreal, and found in low vegetation areas of western Africa. They will both eat fruits and invertebrates, but potos will also eat small birds and bats. Potos have a specially designed hand used for grabbing. Their second digit is nearly totally reduced with a strongly developed thumb. Despite this, they're slow climbers. Like lorises, they also mark and countermark. Anguantibos, also known as golden potos, are one of the least well-studied genus in the whole family. This is due to the original research in the 1960s being stopped halfway through due to the outbreak of the Nigerian Civil War. They have almost no tail and a pointed snout, giving them a bear-like appearance.
This digital story was done by Chris, Raf, and Charlie.